You're lucky it wasn't a lot worse, aren't you?
Do I really have to stay here?
Yes.
Well, why? I want to see how Julie is.
Well, look, firstly, that was a dirty knife you were cut with, and secondly, you're showing symptoms of shock. I want you where I can keep an eye on you. Anyway, that girl's given you enough trouble for one day.
She didn't mean to. It was an accident. Oh, I do hope she hasn't done anything silly.
Steve! I want to see Steve!
He's not here now. We'll phone him and get him to come.
He is here, I saw him!
No, you must imagine. Now, just calm down.
Chucky, what's going on?
Move along, take us soon as hang on, then go to the rest of
I
the
want to stay with Red and Lexi! Listen to her, she's off her face! She can't be!
You better believe it, sister.
Corridors aren't standing around here. Move along. Not you, Maxwell. I want to talk to you.
What about?
That surly tone of voice for a start. So you had a win with Egbert.
I do what I say I'll do.
And about the other matter?
All you have to do is make sure our muscle gets here. The sooner the better.
Well, the governor's agreed to it. The transfer happens this afternoon.
And she's the one you told me about? Good. Then I can go ahead and set the trap. I guarantee you Connors will walk straight into it.
Yes, well, if there's anything in your cell you don't want found, I suggest you keep it out of sight. There'll be a cell search after this Egbert business.
If there's going to be a cell search, they'll find it wherever I hide it.
It depends on who's doing the searching. You watch that cellmate of yours. The last thing I need is for her to mess up our arrangement.
I told you, she hates dope. Ever since that time, she got sick as a dog.
You saw for yourself. She was high as a kite.
The question is, where did she get it from?
Someone must have sold it to her.
Maybe. Or maybe someone just gave it to her, without bothering to ask whether she wanted it or not.
You mean forced her to take it?
What else? Lex is right. Chook wouldn't take it off her own bat.
Well, if I ever find out who gave it to him, I'll bloody well kill him. She'll never get a parole after this, and it'll probably be the end of her chances with Stevie boy, too.
Right, that should calm her down a bit. Not much else we can do but keep her comfortable as possible and let it run its course.
Where's Steve?
It might be an idea if someone gets him in.
Well, he's already been contacted. He's on his way.
Is she going to be all right?
I don't think there'll be any lasting damage.
It was an accident with her life, Mrs. Morris. She didn't mean it.
Look, that's all right. Now, you get back to bed. I want you to get some rest.
Joyce, we'd better do a cell search and see if we can find out where the drugs came from.
It's Maxwell, it's got to be.
You don't have to sell me, Lex. I thought it was her as soon as we started talking about it.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go get her and bring her out.
Look, we ought to do something, Reed.
We will. Later.
Later, what is wrong with now?
Use your brain. That's exactly what they'll be expecting. And they've got hardware, remember.
Oh, we can handle them, knives or no
I
knives.
said we wait until the screws even things up for us.
What do you mean?
There's going to be a cell search, right? And even if they don't find the acid, what they will find is Maxwell's knife and whatever else she's got. Then it'll be just us against them, hand to hand.
I still say we do it now.
Makes sense to me, Lex.
Yeah. Look, if Maxwell's stupid enough to bring the screws down on herself, we may as well let it work for us. Well, maybe. But only because there is no point in starting anything while the screws are plodding around. But the moment that bloody search is finished...
We'll be down on Maxwell and Williams like a ton of bricks. In the meantime, we'll have the fun of seeing Maxwell's face when the screws clean out our hardware.
Where the hell have you been? I told you to get here straight away.
Been talking to some of the girls. Getting cold feet, some of them. Even after I gave them a free snort of coke.
Is that so?
You must be crazy feeding Egbert that stuff. The screws are going to find everything now.
You really think a cell search didn't occur to me?
Well, you're sure not doing much about it.
Why do you think I asked you to come here? Get all the coke and all the weapons back from the others. Bring everything into my cell.
What good's that going to do? The screws will find them there, good as anywhere else.
They won't. I've got somewhere special to hide it.
You're dreaming. They're going to look everywhere.
Stop wasting time and do it.
What if the screws catch me with it?
They won't if you're careful. Look, don't you know by now that I never talk unless I can deliver?
Yeah, suppose.
If you don't, you should. You get the stuff and bring it to my cell. I promise you will keep it.
Clean here.
Yes, here too.
Too clean. Maxwell, we know you've got contraband hidden in this prison, and we're going to find it.
No idea what you're talking about.
Let's get on to the next one.
Right. What's up with you?
Nothing. I just thought that...
You just thought they were going to find something. Well, Well, I'm not as stupid as Connors thinks. I've got stuff hidden, but not where a screw's ever going to find it. Tell her that. From me.
Oh, Steve, I'm sorry.
There's no need to be. I know it wasn't your fault. Well, can you remember what happened?
No. I don't know where that all-flower wedding dress came from. I wouldn't ruin our wedding on purpose.
What dress?
You didn't believe all those things your mum said about me, did you?
Hey, come on, relax. You've been dreaming, hallucinating. Can you remember anyone giving you anything? Something that might have had drugs in it.
Drugs? I wouldn't do that. Drugs make me feel awful. You don't think I'd do something stupid like that, do you? I don't know, it was... Oh, collecting the laundry.
What's the last thing you remember, Julie?
I don't know. Mrs. Reynolds, why are the lights in here so bright?
Close your eyes if it hurts. It'll wear off in a couple of hours. Well, she must have been set up. She wouldn't risk taking anything, not after what happened with the parole board last time.
Yes, I agree. Don't worry, Steve. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'm hoping we'll find something in the cell search.
Can you ask them all to wait? I just have to change my dress.
It's okay. You just relax.
Mrs. Reynolds, we've finished the cell search. Did you find anything?
Afraid not. The women are waiting for you in the rec room now.
Let's go and see what they have to say.
Let's see how Maxwell tries to worm her way out of this one.
Yeah, not so tough without a knife backing her up, eh?
Rick! The screws went through and turned us inside out.
Yeah, found the lot, eh?
All right, quiet, everyone. Quiet!
All right, I think you all know why I'm here.
Someone's been hiding naughty things in their cells.
Know that for a fact, do you, Connors?
Oh, I heard rumours.
In that case, perhaps you'd like to share them with me. Tell me where they are.
You're joking. You mean you haven't found them?
Nothing was found, but I want to make it quite clear it won't end there. Someone has drugs, and that someone has fed them to Julie Egbert, clearly against her will. Now, if you know something, I suggest you tell me. Not here, of course, in the privacy of my office.
We don't lag.
And I don't allow drugs to be forced onto inmates. I'd appreciate your help. It'll be confidential.
What happened? We know she's got the stuff, don't we?
She's got them.
She must have it well hid.
Not as smart as you thought, Connors.
Who'd try and muck things up for me?
Well, that's what Mrs. Reynolds has gone to find out. Well, can you remember anything yet?
No, just being on skip duty.
Well, did you talk to anyone?
Oh, wait on, there was someone. It was Mrs. Morris. I think she asked about us.
And what after that?
Nothing. The kitchen. Being in the kitchen with Merv and Nancy.
No, that was afterwards when you were already
And
affected.
a knife. There was something about a knife. Was that part of the dream too?
Well, not exactly.
We had a little accident, nothing for you to worry about. Now, think back to when you were out with a skip. Did you meet anyone else other than Mrs. Morris?
No. I think what happened was I went to my dorm to get the linen. And then I remember feeling something on the back of my head. I don't know, it's really fuzzy. Maybe I bumped it on something.
Maybe.
I told you we should have gone after him straight away. Now, they're still armed and they've had plenty of time to get ready for us.
Something that can't be fixed.
Well, I reckon you should listen to me more. But listen.